That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I can take care of. Everything else,
Yeah.
that I worry about. You're still on this unbeaten streak. Do you have the pressure to keep this going, or do you ever have like times where like, man, I want to finish a fight, but you know what I mean? Like you've gone the distance a few times now. Does making a statement finish important to you, or is it just more like, hey, I'm only fighting 4 or 5 rounds or 6 rounds, so it's kind of hard to find a finish in that time period? Do you let that kind of like bug you at all, or do you just more focus at the task at hand each time? It doesn't matter how you win the fight.
A lot of people, that are not in the boxing world, they do say, go for the knockout, go for the knockout. It's easy to say that, but I do say at the end of the day, in all of my fights, you see my fights, I always make a statement.
Yeah.
And I think it's just about that. If the knockout's there, of course I'm going to go for it. Of course I'm training for it. In this fight, yeah, it is my goal. I want to finish the fight, but I am not going to force a finish to please others. At the end of the day, when you try and please others is when you give a poor performance. That's what I think. My way of pleasing others and everybody is showing them I can box.
Yeah.
I got skills.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I think that's what matters.
Yeah. I like that, I obviously follow more MMA and around more MMA guys. The rounds are shorter. One thing I did learn about somebody that told me, actually it was Sergio Ivy's dad. He was like, you know what? Like, everybody was like, you try to find the finish and things that I didn't think about it this way until he said it. He was like, like once you start getting your groove, three or 4 rounds in, like the fight's almost over.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And we fight 2 minutes.
Yeah, so it's like you're gonna rush to try to find a finish and expose yourself and might get tagged. But he was saying it was interesting because it gave me a different perspective. Obviously, I always say I've never fought, I've never hit somebody in the face full force. I've never got hit in the face full force. So I'm never a person to say I would think this or whatever, right? But hearing him say like, yeah, I mean, if you could force the finish, it would be there. But the thing is that when the rounds extend and they're getting their groove on and now they're gonna be able to set up the traps and stuff, that's when the finish is coming. Do you feel like because of the time constraint, you're not in a rush to finish that? Once you get to 8 or 10, it's gonna be like, oh, you're gonna start wearing them down because I've seen your fight pressure. The finish is gonna come, right?
Yes, absolutely. I am the kind of fighter that I progress as each round goes, and I know Ivy's the same way. She's in top shape, so I'm the same way too, and especially that it's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It is difficult on us.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because men fight 3 minutes, and us we fight 2 minutes. I mean, it was one of the fights that I fought on DAZN when I fought Natalie Dove. It was a 3-minute fight. If I had an extra round or 2,
yeah,
I believe I could finish it.
Yeah.
But because you watch that last round, it says it all.
Yeah.
But I do say that if we had that extra minute or more rounds, we are gonna do more of the wearing down. You know? So. And especially if you're getting hard opponents, like my last opponent.
It's not that easy to get a finish.
Exactly. And then my last fight, she didn't make weight. You know what I mean? And we only said, you're good with just dropping a pound.
Yeah.
She didn't make weight. And we still accept it that way. So it's like, one, she was heavier. And so how do you expect, and then she's a good fighter.
Yeah.
She has a good chin, you know?
Yeah, you were tagging her. I mean, like, you throw 1,000 punches and hear like nothing, but the fact that the endurance that a boxer has, that I see you guys go in there, even if it's 2 minutes, you're throwing punches for 2 minutes straight while moving around, sitting down on the stool, getting back into doing for X amount of rounds. It's awesome to see that because like a lot of people, and I always say this too, like you guys like go punch a bag for 30 seconds without stopping, and then you tell me if you feel gas, and then stop for like 30 seconds and then do it again harder for another minute or 2, and then do that for 10 rounds or 3 rounds, three 2-minute rounds. You're gonna get tired. So I always give you guys props on the cardio of that. Do you feel like having that gas tank and not being able, like you haven't even gone to empty yet, right? Because even after, like I see you're all peppy and shit, I'm like, God damn, I'm tired just watching it. I'm just holding this damn camera. You know what I mean? Talk about your training and how it lets you have that gas tank to keep push yourself further than you need to every single time.
So like I train 3 minutes. I spar 3 minutes.